everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined courtside by Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And it's Allie LaForce for us tonight on the sidelines. And this is what it's all come to, the end of the season power rankings. You look at Houston, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when you look at Utah, they got to be the top pick to win the title. To be ranked #1 at this late stage of the season, it shows you they've got plenty left in the tank come postseason.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, they've got Anderson. Reed is out there with Collier. Then it's Lauri Markkanen, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. And for the Pelicans, Murphy and Williamson up in the forward slots. Then it's Yves Missi. Then there's Murray, and it's Springer in at the shooting guard. Well, the sand has basically run out on the proverbial timer. At this point, Greg, you're either in or you're out.
Yeah, for most teams, the future is certain. It's the playoffs or 1, 2, 3, Cancun. Teams are either building for the future or liking what they've got. And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
For the 3, rebounded by the Jazz, getting their first look of the season at this Pelicans team.
Yeah, and they lost the season series to this squad last time around. Maybe a little extra motivation tonight to show they've improved.
Here are the Pelicans now, following the 3 from Reed. Murray, no good. And here's Reed. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. Drains it from beyond the arc. And we have to mention, Greg, the utter dominance NP has shown recently, right? A huge scoring night for him on insane efficiency. The numbers, you can't even believe what you're reading.
You just don't see stat lines like the one that MP had very often. Kevin, it looked like he had a cheat code on the way. He was making everything from the floor.
And we've seen it more than once. DeJounte Murray has been traded for huge hauls.
And that shows you his worth in this league. Teams have been willing to give up a lot to get him. You don't see that kind of length and versatility every day.
Here's Reed. And Utah, another 3.
This guy has absolutely owned this quarter. This is how you lead by example.
11 feet away, and it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen.
Boy, a chilly start for this basketball team. They are just 1 for 4.
Front past the arc, and he hits again from deep. 3 more points from Reed. Reed's got 18 points.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. A fantastic string of games for him. Your Western Conference Player of the Week, D.
Well, he's been an absolute magician when the ball has been in his hands. There isn't any aspect of the offense that he hasn't contributed in, and it's been a pleasure to watch. I mean, unless you are an opposing coach, then his play has been a vivid nightmare.
Now here's Williamson. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. Outside for Murray. Clock at 4. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
How about this? He cannot find his rhythm in this period. This has been tough sledding.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hi, guys. Will Dean, their last time out against the Thunder, was outstanding. He finished with 67 points, and he made the defense look helpless as he piled on the points. He just went out there and played his game, absolutely owning the opposition in the process. Back to you guys.
Great stuff as always, Allie. Thank you. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
Murray, no good.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
Wasted no time on that one. And that's now 27 points for D.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Hawkins check in for New Orleans. Jose Alvarado comes in for DeJounte Murray. .121 left in the first quarter of the game. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Reed. Lets the three fly, and again for three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
They need this. Inside, here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
Goodness, I mean, we feel those sign dunks shake the floor.
Outside, Reed. Three-pointer, and Utah another three.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Pass to Alvarado. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
Substitution on the court.
There's 21 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Looney, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
What's up?
We've got 13 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. Here's Queen. Again, the Pelicans score.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
And so it's Utah, sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. Back to the action in just a minute. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Jazz.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
And so in the game for the Jazz, Reed is out there with George. Then there's George Niang. Then there's Kyle Filipowski. And it's Hendricks in at the 3-6.
Certainly not the number one thing Bay is out there to do, but he saw an opening and able to make the pass.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, fans becoming very familiar with the term second apron over the last few seasons. Front offices admit the devil is in the details. While it's not exactly a hard cap, teams are showing little willingness to endure the penalties that come with persisting above that second apron threshold.
That is so true. Shams, thank you very much for the report.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, for New Orleans, shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Looney passes to Bay. Here's Queen. Misses the 3. Outside, Reed. Fires for 3. And another 3 for Utah.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks a lot, guys. There's a lot to consider with NBA expansion, and Commissioner Silver said, quote, what does that mean for talent? I feel great about where the talent is right now in the league, but those players have to come from somewhere. How does it work geographically? What will it mean for growing the game? These are all good questions. Back over to you, Kevin.
Okay, Allie, as always, we appreciate the update. Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Jusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Filipowski. Kyle Anderson comes in for George Niang. And it's Collier in for George. And it's Williamson missing. And it's Utah's ball. They're rolling here with a 9-point run. And Craig, we know he's a fearsome dunker. But Zion Williamson also has a soft touch.
And that's a great point, Kevin. He can finish in every way, either hand, through contact, off balance, on the run. A natural gift for converting around the rim.
Markkanen, he's checked in for the Jazz.
Number 23, Lauri Markkanen.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Bay kicks to Williamson. 6 to shoot. Murray outside. New Orleans with a fresh shot clock. Pass to Bay. Fires from deep. And the rebound by Nurkic.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Murray kicks to Williamson. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Pass to Messi. Anderson against Williamson. And there it is for him. Williamson's got his second bucket.
And in dropping that one, he stops a 13-0 run by Utah.
Here's Reed, who drills the three-pointer.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Murray, good.
So effective from the mid-range. Can't give Murray room to get that one off.
Tries the spin move. Shoots the three. Again, what an avalanche.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Williamson outside. Pass to Bay. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Outside, Reed, and Utah another three.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
And it's good for 2.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
3.
56 points for D.
Oh, he's been a man on a mission, and there's nothing that's slowing him down.
Murray takes it off the glass.
And getting the shot he wanted, Murray loves it from in close.
Outside, Reed. Good, another from 3. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Utah Jazz with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Hey, everybody. Psst. I got a secret. We're approaching the playoffs, and we are starting the show with a breakdown of the Western Conference standings.
You know, for New Orleans, unfortunately, their season ends with this game. Plenty of room for improvement and growth. We'll see where they go from here.
Nowhere to go but up, and they have a long summer to develop. Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the Jazz.
They're breaking at every opportunity, which we are seeing across the league, Shaq.
Yeah, once the defense is set in half court, it's tougher to score.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. We're seeing tremendous gameplay from deep.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
The Pelicans shooting reasonably well, 45%. Murphy and Williamson up in the forward slots. Then there's Murray. Then it's Yves Missi. And it's Springer in at the 2. That's the Pelicans 5. Now here's Reed. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Springer can't get it to go.
Well, you can see they are willing to absorb some of these open shots from this guy because obviously another miss here.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
And here is Murray. After the three-pointer from Reed, drills it from outside. Williamson's got 7 points in the game.
Have to admire the competitive mindset Williamson proving he's up for the task, delivering the payback three there.
Tries from 10. Springer can't get it to go.
That's one for their first 4 to start the second half.
Fires the 3, and the Jazz with another 3.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Zadibi, after winning the Most Improved award back in 2023, it's been hard for Markkanen to reach that level again.
I think one thing that happens, Kevin, when you become the focal point of the opponent's scout, you're getting the best defender, you might be getting multiple defenders, and that takes some time to adjust to.
Sinks the triple.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, they've absolutely dominated that category in this one, and it's reflected in the score.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, when someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri. Back to you, Kevin.
Ooh, that's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Here's Williamson. After the made shot from Reed, Misi's shot is good.
You see the playmaking ability of Williamson there. Great pass to set up his teammate.
For Utah, they've gone as spotless. 6 of 6 from the field since taking the court here in the second half.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
He had a nice open look right there. Murray's got 9.
It's great to see Murray firing with confidence from beyond the arc.
Lets it go with a 3. Another bucket. Wow. And there it is, 82 points.
And this is a game that he will never forget.
The shot from the low post is good.
I'd say an underrated thing right there. How effective that screen was. It just creates a lane to the cup.
Here's Reed. He got it again. Sensational. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
And the call will be against D. That's foul number. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Down low. Outside for Murray. Offensive rebound. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
So on the floor for Utah, they've got Reed. He's out there with Bailey. And it's Sensabaugh in at the small forward position. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Pelicans. And just as players, Greg, have used technology to train, it sounds like officials are now doing the same thing.
Yeah, whether it's the training app on their phones or VR headsets, cameras tracking their positioning on the floor, and even where they're looking, we'll see how much of a difference all this tech makes.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the final quarter. Launches it. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Here's Springer to the middle. Williamson. No good with the layup. Reed against Murray. The tray. Yet another bucket.
90. A legendary performance.
We'll be talking about this one, Greg, for a long, long time.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now
for the Jazz.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And you can hardly say this win surprised anyone with the season these guys have put together. Win after win all year long. What a record-breaking year this team has put together. A season for the record books.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for D.
Well, I think his contribution clearly came at the defensive end, right? He came up with a bunch of huge steals. He was a menace all night long.
And so it's New Orleans with it. After the basket by Utah, New Orleans moving the ball around. Jacks up a three, and Trey Murphy hits from deep.
Oh, nice bucket. This guy's so mindful about the way he attacks.
For three, connects again from distance.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Murray, the pass to Springer. Off target from outside. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Reed. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
And that was the last thing they needed. Now the clock is stopped, and they put them on the line.
And so Murray nails both of them. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Reed on the money.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Now, let's go to our sideline reporter, Dominic Hamill.
Thanks, guys. A solid win for MP and company and a true team effort. With you spreading the ball around as part of a balanced attack. What did it feel like out there for you?
Woo! Let's go! It's fun to play like that. And it's fun to watch, too. They should put all of our games on national TV now that I think about it. Those ratings would go crazy.
Absolutely.
Hey, I will get you next time.
All right. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thanks, Dom. And that about does it for the final game of the NBA regular season. For Doorsburg, Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in tonight. And so long, everyone.